Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of Sports Punch, 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 Punch. Today we will be discussing the usual with my guest Keeftootall. I don't know where he is, but he gonna fly in a minute. I'm gonna start off and kick it off just like this. The play-in is going on today, so we're gonna review some of the games. If we didn't do our bets, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh,
Y'all see my team, Orlando, baby.
get
You
out of
came out
here.
there.
Get
Y'all
your
see my
lying
team,
ass out of here.
Orlando, bust some
Man,
shot
get
on
out
his
of here.
ass.
Man, get out of here. Get your lying ass out of here. That man had the Charlotte Hornets.
Nah, for real.
hmm hmm
Playoffs officially start today, but last couple of
And
days,
he stole that from some guy, from some homeless guy. Look at that.
hell no, this is clean, mean. Wish I could show you the back, but
hmm Don't
everybody's
do
like,
too
what
much
did
moving.
you
That might rip.
Nah, I gained a little weight. That's it. But
hmm
yeah, we back. Orlando Magic. We back at this bit. Nah,
Boo, ladies and gentlemen. Boo this man. Y'all know he
no,
tripping.
no. But yeah, man. The last couple of days, NBA play-ins, what's going on? Uh, my boys, who I've been rooting for in the East, at least, Charlotte Hornets had ran into them boys in Orlando Magic.
hmm
Um,
hmm
I feel like to get the backstory to that, what happened because they got smacked by the motherfucking Magic. It was 121 to 90.
hmm
But
hmm
it was from beginning to end an ass whooping. It was,
They didn't stand a chance.
it was just Magic was way more physical. They play with way more urgency, and you could
They
just tell
really
the
did.
youth. You could tell the youth or Charlotte that they couldn't get it figured out, and no one on that team is physical like that. So that was like,
Yeah, I was gonna say it was more physical than it being youth because both teams are young, my G.
yeah.
You
But
know,
like
Melo got a few
Orlando,
years in, Bankero got a few years in. They got some
right?
players, Desmond Bain. They got some experience over there.
They play together for the most part. I mean, the only
Mm-hmm.
new person is Bane, so he was just the
Mm-hmm.
add in, throw in. But
Mm-hmm.
mean, they had a couple years, 2, 3, like you said, 2, 3 years at least together with
Mm-hmm.
short. The Hornets, they kind of had that, togetherness.
They
But
did. They have.
Con Canepa was a rookie. That center, new guy, or at least became an established guy, but he didn't play too effective last night. But yeah, it just showed last night, that Orlando was having way more urgency. I think it had to do with them getting smacked by the 76ers though in that last play-in game because they was killing Paulo Banchero on every sports media, like literally, like they were saying he's soft.
Mm.
He not as good as we made it seem to be with him. He ain't got the mid range like we thought he did. His 3 point
Mm.
trash. He just seemed limited. Like they was killing them all. Like if they would have lost last night, they were for sure that they got killed even more. Like because they already was saying like even if they advance or not advance, that their coach is probably gonna get let go and to find another coach, which is I'm hearing through the grapevine that some of the players are having ain't really messing with the coach they got right now. So
On the Magic.
yeah,
Well, here's the thing. Paolo is gonna have to have a great game anyway. Like you've been in the league for a while, so people want to see even if you're on your way out, they want to see you go out there and play to the best of your ability and put it all on the line, put it all on the wood, right? And ball out. Did I have Charlotte winning that game? Hell yeah, because I thought Charlotte would be able to overwhelm them with their style of play, which didn't come to fruition. You know what I
it
mean?
exactly.
And I'm not gonna say it was just that the youth of other teams. To me, it was just more so the physicality of the Magic. They didn't let up. They didn't let up the whole night. I
Yeah,
came home when I started watching it. They were already up 10 or 15 points, and it climbed up to like 20, 25.
yeah,
That's when around the time I hit you, and I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be a hard battle for them to climb back into the game."
yes, sir.
And I think for at one point, I was like, I'm gonna lay down and take me a nap. By the time I'll wake up, we'll see what's going on. I don't know if I took the actual nap or if I just sat here and tried to do some work on the podcast and try to put some more clips together, which became a whole fiasco in itself because I was having trouble with that. But they owned that game. The Magic owned that game from top to bottom, man. They really like put their foot down. They came out. They put in boxing terms. They came out. They punched them. They punched them in the mouth right away, and they didn't let up. There was no let up in this team, man. Like the Magic really was just like, if we going home, like they're gonna have to take it from us, and that's what
Hmm.
they made very they made very much well. They made very sure that the Charlotte Hornets didn't give up, didn't put forth a better effort than they did. The Charlotte Hornets were on the ropes the whole night, man. They were just taking a beating throughout the whole damn throughout the whole damn night, throughout the whole damn fight, throughout the whole damn game. So salute to the Orlando Magic and their ability to secure themselves a spot, right?
Yeah,
So they'll be
they,
playing on Sunday or Monday or something like that. So
yeah, Sunday they should be playing. They should be playing Detroit, which would
mm,
be still solid. I think a first round. I would want to see the Hornets play Detroit, but now seeing how physical they couldn't handle Orlando, I can only imagine what they would have dealt with Detroit in the
man,
actual playoffs. Because they
imagine
played a
if
couple. They played like a week ago in the regular season, and it was a great game, quarters 1 through 3. But then
mhm.
Detroit started to just get more physical and just took off from there. So I mean, Hornets, they're a couple pieces away, man. Like, what if you keep that core? Then all you really need, like, you can either try to replace Miles Bridges, have him come off the bench, or get you a legit big man. Get you some older, tough, like strong motherfuckers like that's gonna get you some bullies, some goons to help balance out that physicalness. Or at least everybody got at least go into this offseason getting at least like 10, 15 pounds of muscle each, just so you can withstand it. 'Cause I think they see it now, and they're gonna have to come back and like, all right, we're gonna come back a little bit more together, stronger in continuity. My boy KK Con Canipple, I mean, he struggled.
He
He
didn't
it
show up
showed.
at all. He did not show up to help this team out, man.
It shows so it's like, all right, this show like, all right, he got a glimpse of it, what it could be like. Now you got to put in that work. I mean,
Mhm.
for a guy who I thought was gonna be a slow white boy, maybe, but he could score. All you gotta do is get toned up a little bit more, get a little stronger. Lose a little bit of that baby fat, and and work on his lateral quickness. And all that. He could be a problem for this team. Next couple of seasons, and they could be growing to be a maybe a contender or like at least like a 4 or 5 seed, 6 seed next year.
Yeah, definitely. I'm in total agreement with you. It's time for them to really go into the offseason knowing that as a team they got to get healthy and they should spend time with each other working out, right? Like they should spend time with each other in the gym and go over what this game was like. Go over what that last 2 weeks of the season was like, so you can take the good and the bad from that, and work on the things that you guys really need to work on: physicality, fouling each other, like playing in practice the way the game is actually gonna go. The way that Mike liked it, the way that Kobe liked it, the way that those guys that they say are old and outdated, playing the game the way that those guys play it in practice. That way, when you're on the court, the physicality of the game doesn't really bother you no more. That's why Mike worked so hard. That's why
Yeah,
Kobe worked so hard. That's why those players worked so hard because they wanted to make sure that whatever was going on in the game was already being done in practice. That way, when they got to the game, it was already ingrained in them to, all right, we got to be physical because this is how they're going to play. And we're coming to play like this every night.
yeah,
Excuse me. And on the nights where we don't play like this, we can it'll be a vacation on the court for us because we know we're just playing finesse ball. Now we're playing an easier game of basketball. But I think that's something that they should definitely do as they chill out and head to Cancun or they go back home to be with their families or whatever it is. But salute to the Charlotte Hornets and keep
yeah.
old bomb ass for having his Orlando Magic
We
jacket
back,
on,
baby.
looking like Bruh Man from the fifth floor and Hustle Man at the same time. I'm all out here wilding out. All right, Keith, what we got on tap before we see the real game, which is that Denver Nuggets game versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think that's going to be the best series, but we can keep on
Yeah.
talking. You get to what you're going to say.
Now, yeah. Touch on other things. Today's game that's going on today. Talk about the last couple playing games because there was some things behind it that I want to get into. Um, Also, I went to the Sox game the other day. You guys, Moore's on. I ain't got no beer on me. I ain't get a chance to go grab some, but
'Cause
yeah.
he'll probably go get some. It'll be probably some shit that says chores or chores. It'll probably be one of those, but we ain't tripping on that.
I mean, hey,
But the
Coors,
real beer
Coors,
when we while we
Moore.
drinking Moore's beer from the Brothers of Chicago, from Inglewood to your hood. Grab a fresh one. Delight yourself. That cool, refreshing drink.
Damn,
Hold
they
on.
give you hold on, wait, they give you motherfucking
No, no, I
ad
just
time? Okay,
nope.
damn. That's
You we already know
okay.
you know some of their people, and I know some of their people. So
Yeah, no,
and
yeah.
it's the guys. So I'm here to support
True, yeah.
always. Y'all know how I do, man. I
Definitely.
support us. You understand what I'm saying?
Black business, baby, all day, every day. But yeah, man, I went to the Sox game the other day against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Word. How'd
We
that go?
talked. Shit, you want to get into it now? Fuck it.
No, no, no. Get your topic. Go ahead and get your topics if you want to, or we could
Just
just slide through it.
talking a little bit about some baseball, and then but right now playing. We just talked about the Hornets Magic game, but we gotta go back a little bit because the
Mhm.
Hornets beat the Miami Heat in the playing game, 127 to 126. But we was kind of like live with it while we was watching the game and recording. But we need to talk about now, was LaMelo Ball dirty for pulling Bam Adebayo's leg under him and then making him fall, which ended up causing him to hurt his back and him getting out the rest of the game,
Mm.
which was pivotal because that may have helped the Hornets win that game for sure. Do you think
Hmm.
that was a dirty play? Do you think it was warranted?
I think
Because
it's a basketball play because anybody else would have done that. Draymond Green would have done that. AD would have done that. Majority of players would have done something like that. I'm falling, and while I'm down here, I'm gonna grab somebody and trip them up and do the same thing. Players have done that in history, but what we don't want is for someone to get hurt bad like that.
yeah,
He has a bruise, a chip. It's not as coccyx. What bone was it?
I didn't get that deep into that
Shoot, I
into the
forgot.
sport.
Mm, I forgot what part of the tailbone it is, but it was chipped. I think they're saying it's chipped.
Damn.
So
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
not something that you really want to happen to one of your players. But
Nah.
it's gonna be hard for him to sit down for a little bit. He's gonna have to get a
Yeah,
lot of cushion.
that's gonna be
Yeah.
irritating to
Hmm.
deal with.
He's probably gonna do
But
a
yeah,
lot of laying down or something, or a lot
yeah,
of soft seating.
yeah. A lot of people try to call him, dirty for that. Which he's definitely a couple times where you see him try to like low key trip motherfucker. Actually, he low key tried to trip Bam Adebayo before. I want to say if it wasn't this year, probably like a year or two ago. But they're trying to say he was dirty. He should have been suspended. He should have been, kicked out of the game at that point. I don't think it was kicked out of the game at that point because at the time, in real time, Bam just fell and he made too much commotion of it. But he got up gingerly and just like you tell it hurt him. But if anything, I feel like it should have been a flagrant one, maybe a flagrant two.
I said
But
flagrant too. I mean, you tripped the guy, you came down and hurt yourself. You know what I mean? It was a flagrant play. Like what you did had nothing to do with a basketball play. It's basketball. It's a basketball play.
but
But what you did was that was skeptical. Um, and it was dirty because he wasn't like you were on the ground. I could see you covering up and protecting yourself, but you grabbed the guy and pulled his leg from under him. You know what I'm
I
saying? That's
mean,
not.
yeah, I mean, I agree to a certain extent, but like if you see what happened before, Lonzo going to the hole, he gets knocked down. One of his players kind of run into the back of his head, and Bam run into the back of his head with his knee. So I mean, who knows? He might be delusional, delirious, from the head because he got hit in the back of his neck. So it's like, and then the way his arm was, you could kind of see that Bam's leg was near like hooked around it, so he kind of was just trying to get his arm back. It was just bad timing, bad. I feel like a bang bang play on both ends. But I definitely they fined him for like 60,000, so I think that was at least right to like at least don't take him out the play-in game against the Magic because you kind of want that the eyeballs in that game.
You do.
So
You do. But God bless Bam, man. Hope you come back strong. Hope you get back soon. God bless you
it,
with the
it,
health and your road to recovery because it's happening in basketball. Like it's live. You know what I mean? That guy's looking for retaliation. Look, if this was football, the same
yeah,
thing would happen. If this was any other sport, it would happen. These are the things. These are the things that are just going to happen because of the sports that we are playing in, or that you guys are playing in, that we love to see. So
mhm,
because of that, it's gonna happen, man. I'm not overly upset about it. I wish he didn't get hurt, but
yeah.
it's part of the sport, man. It's part of the game. Like
Nobody trying to see the Heat anyway, so it was like they low key kind of boring. But
Word Big Bird. I agree with that too. I agree with that too. So
no, but
there's
what
that.
makes it the funny coincidence of this is that game that he got hurt in was the 83rd game of the season. So for him to get hurt
Mm.
in the
After
83rd
busting his
game
83
after
points.
83 points,
Wow.
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know if there's no karma there, or just like it's just funny,
No, it
like
ain't.
thing like
It
that.
ain't. It ain't no comma in that. No,
No, no
none.
karma, but it's
No,
just
don't do
funny
that to
how
them.
like
Don't do
out of
that.
all
Don't
the
put that on
games,
that
it
man.
would be the 83rd game that he could, get hurt, and then
No,
I think he was being
no,
shamed for scoring 83 points, beating Kobe and
no.
shit. So
I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that at all. No, we don't have nothing with him doing 83 points, and this was the 83rd game of the season. I'm not going for that. Them brothers lost. It was a freak play out of maybe we want to say retaliation or being vindictive or whatever it was. He wanted to make a splash and he did it and he got a result out of it. I don't think nobody wants to see their buddy get hurt out there on the court like really bad, but the shit is
yeah,
gonna happen, especially when you playing like that and egos are flying, and then tempers are flaring and things like that. So situations like that, like it's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about it. So here we are.
true, true. And then other day, what we had. Shout out to the Portland Trailblazers, man. Portland Trailblazers beat the Suns, and they play a game which
I can't
solidified.
trust Keith today, man. I don't know about Keith right
No,
now,
no,
y'all.
let
I
me
don't
get
know
there.
about Keith. I don't know about this guy, man.
No, no.
Hey,
There's
they
a
done
reason why I'm
replaced
shouting out Portland.
Gucci
There's a
Mane
reason.
done got replaced and Keeftootall done got replaced. This is not the real Keeftootall. I'm telling y'all, man. Go get me my guy back, man. Go get my guy. Bring him back, man.
But this is a legit reason. I have a legit reason why I'm rooting for shouting out Portland Trailblazers because for them they had to make the playoffs. They won that game, officially making the playoffs, getting that seventh spot to play the San Antonio Spurs. But the whole thing behind it was the Bulls would get the second number first round pick this year had the Portland Trailblazers made the playoffs this year. So
Okay.
them solidifying them spot in the playoffs gave the Bulls a second first round pick this year. So if anything, let's say if we just don't get the odds that we the lowest odds of getting 1, 2 through 4, at the most we'll get a number 9 pick and a number 15, 14th pick. But prayers that we can get sneak up to the top 4 pick, top 3 or 4
Mm-mm.
in
Let
the
them keep
first
that.
round.
Let them keep that. Let them keep
No,
that.
no,
Let them
man,
keep that.
hell no, no. We
At
need this,
nine,
dog.
at
What
number 9 and
Chicago
number
is due.
14, you
Whoop.
don't believe that we can get two dope ass picks?
I don't trust the Bulls scouting team to. Could we? The last time we
I
had
don't
two
trust
first.
them with the number 2, 3, or 4
That's
pick,
the
bro.
thing, though. With the number 2, 3, or 4 pick, you can't go wrong with the top 3, 4 players.
But the Bulls can. They
I mean,
can.
yes,
Like they
yes,
will
yes,
mess
because we
that
had
up,
we
bro.
went this
They will
before.
mess that
We,
up.
we went this before because we had the number 4 pick and we got Patrick Williams. And instead of getting Patrick Williams, we could have had Tyrese Halliburton. We could have had I think Tyrese Maxey, and there was one more person. Who else? Oh yeah, Danny Avdia, Danny Avdia, who just took the Portland Trailblazers to the playoffs, and he just put 41 points on the Warriors. Yeah,
Ladies and
just on
gentlemen,
the Suns.
ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter who the Bulls pick. The management is trash. They are ass, and they are going to mess up
That's
that pick.
accurate.
It doesn't
So,
matter
so
who
this is
they get. They are going
so you
to
think
mess
So
it
you think the
up.
ninth? You think they're gonna, or you think they're gonna look up on the ninth and 15th spot just after people have missed whoever they missed, and we look up on the ninth spot and then take somebody?
Okay, so the other part that we're forgetting is that the Bulls already have these high ass ticket prices that we're paying for because they had Zach Levine and they gave Zach Levine like $240 million for 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So that's where we are as fans. We're watching them do nothing but take your money and hustle you. So, what difference does it make if we get the number 2, 3, or 4 pick or the number 1 pick in the draft?
You get a
And
player that you're gonna get a player that makes an impact at least with the top 3 pick
he's going to be an
for sure.
impact player, and his game is going to develop. And in four
Accelerate
or
our
five
ability.
years, 4 or 5 years, where will he be, Keith?
Dep-
Keith Tootal, where will he be?
He could be in Chicago if that's the thing. We're gonna get a new GM with a whole fresh slate. We got the third most money in cap room.
Mm-hmm.
Two first round picks in the playoffs in the first round, and two, three, four
Mm-hmm.
second round picks. And then
Mm-hmm.
you have Modest, you got Giddy, you got Trey Jones
Mm-hmm.
to build around that. Now you just gotta find some complete, complete the team. No Nsenge,
And I
boy, you
don't
better.
think it's going to work. I'll sit back and I'll watch, and I will have.
I thought this is the
Uh,
easy thing to say, which we've seen it before. Yes,
yes, we have because we saw Derrick Rose, and there's no. Hey, Pooh, you know I love you. You already know what it is, brother. You already know what it is. Inglewood to there is no hood. You understand what I'm saying? You already know it's nation business till there ain't no business. You know what I'm saying? So you already know this ain't got nothing to do with him. But after he got hurt, what did they do to him?
they got him up better, but
When we had Ben Gordon, what did they do with him?
oh, he was a free agent. They didn't want to give him that money, but
Hmm.
but what happened
Joe
to Ben
Kim
Gordon?
Noah, what did they do with him?
He was hurt and they traded him. He got up out of there. But Ben Gordon, when he went to Detroit, didn't do shit. So it was like we kind
How
of like
many
it one of
players
the.
have we seen come to this team? Alex Caruso. Why did we get rid of Alex Caruso?
He was getting older. That's the only thing I can give. But
Getting older and just won a
that's the thing.
championship.
Like they
Where's
went.
Tyson? What happened to Tyson Chandler?
This bum ass went to go win the championship years later.
And
But
got better. Usually what happens is these players come in with this high expectation and this okay performance or mid-level performance. And then when they leave Chicago, they develop. The only one that we've seen come here, develop, and really put it on his back is a guy named Michael Jordan and a guy from the crib named Derrick Rose. The majority of these guys come here, they get their skills together, and they get the fuck up out of here, bro.
no,
That's the truth. They get the fuck up out of here. Don't
no,
nobody
it's
stay here, man. Who
thing is
stays?
we overvalue those players that we did have, thinking they could be those guys. But all in all, they nothing but five, a 6 man, 7 man on a good team. Just perfect example. Kobe White. I've been saying for the longest, for the last few years, everybody keeps like Kobe, Kobe, Kobe. I'm like Kobe can play. He balled out. He only the one of the few players that actually from that we drafted that actually got better each year. But what I could tell,
Kobe White is no longer with us, ladies and gentlemen.
but you playing right to my point. To play
Another
right,
guy that would have been great here with Kobe White is who?
shit, Io. You talking about Io
Me,
or?
me, 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 me. They get rid of all the good
But
players, bro.
bro, these are not your. But then I'm saying these aren't. They're good on. They're your fourth, fifth guys on a good team. Like Kobe White, I always said he's a great 6 man on a good team. Him being my guy, like your go-to guy or second go-to guy on the Bulls, was not working for me. And you saw what happened in the first play again. He snapped. He hit some big threes for the Hornets coming off the bench, getting to help them get to the next game. And look what happened in his last game. When you get a team that's way more physical and you key in on Kobe White, he disappeared. 4 points?
That brother
Don't.
just got traded to that team.
No. No. He
So you
back
ain't you ain't you ain't
home.
you ain't get you ain't
He
getting no
back
you ain't getting no
home.
slack just because he went
Nope.
back to
He
the
back
Carolinas.
home
He
coming
back
off the
home.
bench. You already established who you are in the league. And then also like right when we need you yesterday, you only scored 4 points. You're getting bullied on defense because you're not as big as even though he's 6'3", 6'4", he looked like he played he's 6 foot. He just getting bullied around. He's not a starting
Very
guard
fast.
on a
He's a very fast
he's
kid.
not a starting guard on a championship team. But a great 6 man come out to give you popcorn points. But if you look at him to stop somebody, that was one of the reasons why the Bulls can never get over the hump. Like even though he snapped in that first game, he been through this before. He been through the play in, so he knew what it took to win that first game. But he
Hmm.
never got a chance to win that second game to get into the playoffs. So it's one of those. Just like he got to work on his body, get stronger, and that's one of the reasons why he kept getting injured. He was just like he had calf injuries all year. So I give him that slack a little bit, but like. What was the slack at the game before when he snapped and brought them back and helped them tie the game and they win the game? And then the next game when you really need it, also with along with the rest of the team, not just him, they
To all
folded.
the players on every team, you gotta be healthy to go through the whole season. Y'all got to work out. You got to be in the gym, even while the season is going on. You got to stay healthy. If y'all haven't listened to the players of years past, yesteryear, the ones y'all call aged out or old, they don't know what they're talking about. Go back and listen to them. Listen to what they were saying. They said after every game, if we had a day off, we spent the morning or the day or a couple of hours in the gym. They said the only way to get your body used to that type of physical exertion is to push it. And the only way to push it is with weights. You can't just go in the gym and just shoot the ball all day. You got to give it resistance. And because y'all not giving it resistance, that's why a lot of y'all are more hurt than normal. You understand what I'm saying? That's why y'all doing a lot of the load management because y'all not taking the time to make y'all body strong. That way it can compete at a high level. So that's what y'all ending up with. But
Yeah.
give
So
me bring back the real Keeftootall. That's all I'm saying. Bring back the real. We're going to
the
start a
real
campaign,
Keeftootall, please stand up.
man.
No,
We're
but
going to find that guy. Find my homie for me, man. Find my G for me, man. He got his phone. He done took over his phone. All type of stuff, man. Find the real
hey,
Keeftootall.
fresh cut, new Keith, man, new man, new me, man.
That's what it is. I think it's the haircut, man. He must have met some chick
I'm back.
From Orlando, Florida. Or something. I don't know who this guy is right here. Get him out of here, man.
No,
Get rid of this bum. Get rid of this bum. What's next, man? This guy's tripping.
and then other day we saw the Warriors face the Clippers in the first play-in game. I was
Ooh.
kind of watching that game, but the Clippers was up like 15, damn near 20. I'm
Mm.
like, all right, this might be one of those games. Like this might be the end for the Warriors. I will go away, watch something else, come back. I keep getting like notifications. Curry for three. He going crazy. I'm like, damn, what's going on? I get back.
He's
It's a close
snapping,
game.
bro.
This
Bruh.
mother going crazy.
I thought for sure you were dialed in and watching that game. See, that's what I'm saying. This ain't the real motherfucking guy right here. This is some ectoplasmic Ninja Turtle
So I
Master
watched it. I'm saying
Splinter
like,
shit. Like, I don't know who this fucking guy is, man. Get him out of here, man.
no,
Get
I
this
ended up
guy out of
watching.
here.
I think I ended up watching. No, it wasn't that. I was never mind. I'll get to that later. But yeah,
See,
man, it was just one
see,
of those like I'm like I
see,
don't know, man. I don't, it's looking
see.
ugly, but it took for Steph Curry to start going crazy. But I'm gonna give respect, flowers to Draymond Green because Draymond Green
Draymond use
locked
a
up
dog.
locked up Kawhi
Woo!
Leonard in that fourth quarter. I don't even think Kawhi Leonard have any points in that fourth quarter,
One
which
of
is why they
six.
how much
1 of 6 shooting.
106 shooting. Yeah, man. Like I've seen him come down on 2 3 plays where he locked the fuck up at Kawhi. Kawhi went in the inbound pass went from the player trying to give it to Kawhi. I'm telling you, Draymond Green had gave this man no room to get the ball. He literally toe inside the line on the corner, ready to step out of bounds. The man threw the ball to the Kawhi. He missed it. Draymond was able to get the steal, pass it on to somebody else, score. But when it was another play, when Kawhi came down, tried to get a little groove on left, right, between swing. Draymond was locking him up. I'm like,
The
oh my
dog.
god.
The dog.
This is
Draymond
what
Green
we've
was
been
like,
looking for.
no,
Like we've been waiting for. Like,
no.
can you still deliver that type of defensive, intensity and like lockdown at your age and for this team? I was surprised. I had the Clippers winning that game.
I
Warriors,
didn't. I didn't. I had the Warriors, GS Dub.
you
Y'all know what
you,
I had. I
you
don't
had
know who
to.
this guy is.
You
I don't know who
definitely
this
need
fucking
you
guy is.
definitely needed Steph to go crazy and
I told you. I said
Draymond to
if he
go
go for
to
30 or 40,
go
and
back
the
in
rest
his
of them
bag.
guys, yeah, I said if he go for 30 or 40, and the rest of them guys can get 15, 10, 20, and like that, Pajemski go off. The other dude, the other brother they got over there that can get off. They go that it's a win. It's a win. Draymond, boy, you showed your ass, man. Man, bro, I'm so proud of you, man. You earned every championship and every dollar they ever gave you the other night. But you showed what you had left in your tank. And not only did you guard him on one play, you guarded him the last 4 or 5 minutes of that game, bro.
Yeah,
It was like, yo, I got dude. I ain't worried about that. Like, y'all get everybody else, but I got him. I got him. I can do this. I know I can do this. Man, that was a beautiful game the last few minutes of that game.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So, Clippers gotta go back in the off season, figure out some things. They're gonna have Kawhi, maybe not. We'll see. Darius Garland, hopefully a full off season and training camp with that team will help, him and Kawhi get some continuity and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
be a better team.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that sucks about them losing and getting out the playoffs is that somehow, some way they had a trade with the Thunder not too long ago, which if they didn't make the playoffs, that would give the Thunder a higher chance at getting a top 4 pick this year, which is
Correct.
crazy. So for some reason, Thunder. Man, the GM Presti, oh my, probably the best
Damn,
GM of
Presley,
all
you a
time.
fool with them picks, man. He knew what he was doing, though. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
He was
anyway,
scouting the
everybody talking
teams. He was
crazy.
look. I ain't gonna say what he was doing, but he was scouting these teams. He was looking at everything around the league, and he probably got that shit all up on his board somewhere secretly. What I'm doing, what I'm working on, what are all the possibilities I can look at right now. I ain't gonna say what he's doing, what I think he was doing, because I tend to be good in those situations, and I don't want to blow his spot up. But um, shout out to Sam Presti. Now he got a lot of stuff that he can trade for,
Gonna
hold
have
on
to.
to, because these other guys on the team may be coming up for contracts, and he may say, "Man, you can go ahead and leave. I'm gonna use these picks, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
maneuver like
can't
that."
pay everybody.
You can't,
Motherfuckers gonna want their money, their bread.
you
So
can't, and you already locked up the main three that you needed. You got SGA, Shea Butter, you got him locked up. You got J Dub locked up. You got Chet locked up as well. Olive oil
mhm.
looking ass. You got him locked up as well. So what I need to do is make sure that you keep Lou Dort or get some other pieces around that to keep sprinkled in. Excuse me, and make sure that the team is solid. But OKC, Sam Presti, man, they did a hell of a job. As far as Kawhi Leonard, I don't understand that situation. Excuse me. I know he wanted to be home. I know he wanted to come home. I know he wanted to be as close to home as possible. So he's now with the Clippers. All right. I know he has a home somewhere in California I know about. I'm not gonna mention that. That ain't none of my business. All right. It's probably where he wanted the Clippers to head back to, which they did not do. Right. Bang. But um, as far as him staying with that team, that's possible. I don't think he wants to leave LA. But on
Yeah,
his next run, they need to make sure that going forward, they make a real sound investment and making sure that they make a really good run at this because this is it. This is it. It ain't gonna be no more after this. The next two
yeah,
to 3 years, my G. And I'm only saying that not because Kawhi is getting older. I'm saying that
yeah,
because Wemby is here.
yeah. Wemby's here. Joker's still here. And shit.
There's no way. There's no way around that. There's no way you're gonna get away from that.
And
Wemby is still
OKC.
developing. Man, come on. OKC is not going nowhere. Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Christian Braun, Aaron Gordon. Those guys ain't going nowhere. Minnesota Timberwolves,
So
Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, 7'2",
Gobert,
Rudy Gobert, like he ain't going
Io
nowhere.
now. They just re up.
They done stole Io, but they ain't steal Io. They done lucked
And
up on Io.
they stole that nigga. What we got for him, they stole that nigga. Without no
Trash.
gun and no force, just straight janked out.
Hey, whenever y'all want to hire us, me and Keeftootall, whenever y'all want to hire Brother O and Too Tall to the Bulls organization for
Let us
less
know.
money, let us know. We can come in and do a better job than y'all can because y'all
Yeah,
trash. Y'all
give
ass at
me,
this. But we know y'all ass on purpose. We know y'all ass on purpose because that's the whole thing. Like, we get that. We
yeah,
understand the trend. We get what's going on. Like, I recognize patterns of bullshit, right? So I get that. But whenever y'all want to hire some real motherfuckers in to come in and fix the organization, yeah, let us do that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I'll do it for less. I'll do it for half.
Shit,
Let's find
what they
let's
get,
find out what y'all getting paid, and then y'all give me half of that because y'all tripping.
I'll still be straight,
I'll still
and
be straight.
I'm gonna put some things in the contract like if this team do this, then the third, then up my pay for sure. But yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah,
100%. If we get that team running the way that they need to be ran, and things improve drastically, greatly, I expect that my incentives to be met. You know what I mean? And we can work on all that. But whoever this management is, I understand you're following the owner. You may be following the owner, but you boo boo, you ass,
you ass.
you trash, you baby shit. Like, you stink. You're the bottom of the barrel. They need to put you in a napkin inside of a diaper, put you in some aluminum foil, inside of a trash bag, no, a plastic bag from Jewel Osco or CVS or Walgreens bag, and then throw you into a paper bag from the same place and then put you into a real garbage bag and then get ready to take y'all out because y'all ass. Y'all ass. Y'all
That's
ass. And y'all do man, ass tastic. A bowl of ass. Y'all do a horrible job at this shit. And y'all doing it on purpose because the owner's probably telling y'all the same thing. Make this team look like it's supposed to do something and it's really shit. And we know what you're doing because you've been doing it for years, right? When you got Michael Jordan, you wasn't trying to win. We know you weren't trying to win. Even when Mike wanted them better contract, when he was watching all these young fellas get this money, we already understand what was going on. So um, we get it. But the curse of Michael Jordan, as they say, lives on. Back to you, Keeftootall.
yes, sir. So with that, Warriors, they beat the Clippers, then they go on to face the Suns in the last play-in game, and they put a value in fight, but the Suns knock off the Warriors.
Bullshit, bro. That was bullshit, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this playing stuff like man, like you could look good one game, and the next game,
Trash.
what was the lockdown defense by Draymond, on Jalen Green, and well, 'cause Jalen Green went for 36 points. This a guy who missed most of the season off injury and came back and helped his team find another level, but like.
Salute to Jalen Green and Devin Booker.
So we're like, yeah, because Devin Booker was kind of struggling. Dylan Brooks was kind of in foul trouble, but he was, he missing a lot of shots that he was taking, and he should be considered one of the most improved players of this year because where his bag is this year compared to the last few years, that's what I was expecting him when he came out of Oregon from college. But everywhere he goes, he made a playoff team, and had a grit behind that team, played tough. So I'm excited to see the Suns. They've been in that seventh spot all year, so they got knocked down to number 8 this year to go ahead and face OKC in the first round, which is gonna be tough.
Y'all know
But
y'all getting blown the fuck out.
they got a good. Hey, they got a good young team squad. That gives
Suns are
OKC
ass. They're
a
gonna
little bit
continue
of
to be
hell.
ass. They're gonna continue to be ass. They beat the GS Dub, my squad. So y'all know y'all ass for real.
He's salty.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just like these chips I'm eating. They aged cheddar and black pepper. You understand? But y'all
Fire, fire.
ass, y'all gonna continue to be ass. Phoenix has historically been ass. Y'all added Kevin Durant, ass.
It was more ass with him last year, but like that trade of him to the Houston and what they got back is what is benefit both teams because one Kevin's on a team that's not in the play in that they sitting right now playing later on the night in the first round, and the Suns they back in the playoff because they won the playoff team last year with Kevin Durant and ended up being a playoff team this year with Dylan Brooks and
But y'all ass though.
Devin
Why he trying
Booker
to talk about that?
and Jalen Green,
Mm-hmm. All right.
but
Oh, that's cool.
I just hope they
Phoenix is ass.
make it somewhat a series, like at
Yeah.
least respectable, like watch every game, like hey, but we'll
Mm-hmm.
see. But
They ass.
no, but this one, the Warriors is like now is like it's just the end of the Warriors because
Mm-hmm.
Kerr was saying the other day that we don't know how after this. He told Steph and Draymond, I don't know what's gonna happen after this, but I love you guys. We had a great run, or if it goes there, because I think he's on his last year of the contract, so they're
Mm.
going to either re up or try to find a new coach. Will Steph and Draymond still be a part of Golden State? I mean, I'm pretty sure Steph will be considered that. Draymond probably will, with that, especially what happened in the last couple of games, showing his worth. But the off the court stuff, or not off the court, but more like on the court bullshit that he was doing, kind of I thought took away from the talk about his game and more about bullshit that he be doing with the fouls and like technicals and all that stuff and arguing with the other team players and shit. So we're gonna
It's
see,
just part of the
man.
game, man. He was just being the fiery guy that he is, man. He's been the engine to that team. He was just being like the emotional leader of that team. So part of that, him wearing so many hats like that could get him in trouble and stuff like that. If they trade him, man, God bless Draymond. He did a hell of a job while he was there. You understand what I'm saying? He's forever ingrained in history as a Golden State Warrior, and he helped bring them 4 championships with or without Kevin Durant. So
True.
there's that.
Yeah. All right.
Phoenix
Well,
Suns, ass. Y'all trash. Y'all garbage. Good luck. Y'all beat
ass.
your asses.
Um, today's games, playoff
Today's
games,
game. Let's get to it.
official playoff games today. First round.
Right
Uh,
now, the Cavaliers are playing the Toronto Raptors. The
Mm-hmm.
score is 85-68 in the third quarter with 4 minutes left. The Cavaliers are whooping their ass in that game.
Yeah. I was gonna say, with that, like, now we see the Clippers bounced out of the playoffs and Cavs are there. You see James Harden, made the right decision this getting traded, or being I don't know
Yeah.
if it's him or if the Clippers really wanted to make that trade to get him out of there, but maybe it wasn't the best decision for them to do that. Who
It
knows?
wasn't the best decision, but we know James Harden is really about his paper.
Oh yeah, for
Anybody
sure.
winning is about his paper. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, but
he's trying to protect his bag. He don't care about like him getting traded. It worked out for him in this situation.
this
But
time, yeah, so
all
far,
every time it worked out for him. When you was in
uh,
Brooklyn with
that
Kyrie
that did
Irving
not work out,
and
bro.
Kevin
That
Durant,
did not work out.
but you
That
asked
did,
for a trade to get there though. That
right,
that
right,
worked.
right. He asked for the trade to get there, but that didn't work out. He left like
That would have
not
worked, brother, if
to
he
go
would
with
have.
the 76ers.
Oh,
Like
so and then you go to the 76ers, and then what happened?
that looked like it was going to work, but they got bounced out of the playoffs early too in the first
And
round. So
Tyrese Maxey is on the sideline hollering at you like, "Yo, are you gonna play or not? Yo, I'm here to play." That's what he was telling them. And he's like,
true,
"Yo, you
I
need to calm
agree.
down." I was
He
reading his
folded.
lips. "Yo, you need to
He
calm down,
disappeared.
bro.
Yeah,
We're going home anyway."
he
That's what he was literally doing, my guy. Like that's. I'm not gonna even have this conversation. But James Harden is about his bag, and you know it. Like
yo,
you know
I'm
it.
not
James
disagreeing
Harden
with
is
that. I'm
don't.
not disagreeing with what
He
you're talking
about
about
that.
right now.
He about that
I'm just
bag,
saying
man.
the choices to leave some spots was not the best.
In
Like,
2 or 3 years, when the Heat start coming toward him on that team, what are you gonna do?
wait, wishing that team or
The team he
Sixers?
on right now, on that team right now, when 2 or 3 years, when they start saying, "Yo, he still can't lead," the same thing that was happening in the Clippers land that
He
just
gonna
happened.
bounce.
Catch your step. What Redman say? Catch you stepping in your Air Max
But
bounce.
is it always the best decision just to whenever things not going right in the moment, you just bounce, or you want to stick it out, fight through the fire and maybe build some callous with each other,
Depends
some
on what type of nigga
rapport,
you
some
are.
chemistry.
Depends on what type of player you are. My fault. Apologies. No, ain't no apologies. What am I talking about?
I was gonna say
Depends
like,
on what type of motherfucker you is. If you really a ride or die guy like that, and you really gonna stick it out. If you really one of them ones, if you really a real one, you gonna stick it out and make sure that you and your and the team that you own can get to the next level, bro. That's what you gonna do. You not gonna wait till the heat get till it get hot on you, and then you gonna go, yo, I'm out. I want to trade. I don't want to be here no more. I don't like the management. I don't like this.
we say the same shit then.
That's
Okay,
what he does, though. That's what
yeah,
he does. That's what
he do.
James Harden does all the time. Number 13, lucky 13, right? Or number
Yeah,
one, right? That's what he does. When they get hot on him, dude be like, I want to get out. I want to get up out of here, man.
yeah.
And then it
And,
become about him getting his bag. Then it's about that goddamn bag. And I ain't mad, James Harden. I want to make sure we know this for sure. I want you to get as much money out this league as you can because they are getting more money off you than we actually know
yep,
that they're actually disclosing
for
to us. We
sure.
know that. We know that for sure that
We're,
they're making sure they're making money hand over fist. We don't know how it looks now with this streaming and everything, but a lot of people are but the ones in the league are making money. We know that for sure. When they re-up for these deals and these deals have more money invested in them, we know that they get money. I ain't mad at you for getting your bag,
no,
but when it's all said and done, you're gonna have a bunch of money. You're gonna go down as one of the greatest offensive players or the greatest offensive player of all time. But two of the things that's gonna come up is what? And you already know this, which you probably have already compartmentalized to yourself to make sure that you don't give a shit about it no more. One, he ain't a winner, he don't win championships. Two, it was always about money for him. You already know that. Three, he
they're
never
gonna.
stuck around and gutted out to fix what was going on because James Harden was always the problem.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna treat him like Melo the way
But we
literally.
know what Melo did though. Melo took a team that nobody gave a shit about in Denver that they should have retired his motherfucking 1-5. They should have retired 15. They should have
Yeah,
retired that number, bro. They didn't
yeah.
even retire the number.
Help make
Nikola
New York
Jokic is walking around right now with
with
that
that number.
number on. And I'm not mad at Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is dope. Like he is super fucking dope. He is great at what he does, bro. I don't know too many centers that average a triple double. I got something to say about that too, because
Never
John
seen that.
Stockton averaged more assists than all you motherfuckers. And y'all got way better shooters than he had back in the 80s and 90s. Way
Hmm.
better shooters.
Agree.
Way better shooters. Y'all, they were you guys now are way better than they were back then. And he was averaging 15 to 12 to 15 assists a game.
Gang, a real point guard.
A real point guard. And Nikola, as much as they talk about him, say he wasn't this and he wasn't that, the man averaged a double double every season. And now we look up in a center in today's game averages 11 assists a game. That's the highest percentage in the Wild without Chris Paul being there.
Yeah.
That's whack. That's whack to me. But when they go down in history on James Harden, they are definitely gonna say that dude could not do what he was supposed to do when it all counted. When his balls was on the line, when his word was on the line, he didn't even have it.
So do
He
you
shrunk.
think with this team with the Cavs, can he do it? You think this is a
Nope.
team that
Nope.
mm, mm,
Nope.
understandable? But I mean, he got to prove it to me with this team. Even though I feel like this is the best team that he could possibly have out of all the team we just named, the Nets, Sixers, Clippers that he just came from. This is the best team built around him to succeed. And if he can't do it with this team, at least make it to the finals with this team,
You think this Cavaliers team is gonna beat Boston?
they can. I think they can. Yes.
That's gonna be dope to
Will
see.
will they is depending on how my light skinned man is gonna be. If he's somewhat playoff condition ready
Ladies and gentlemen, I think he's saying
and
JT.
yep, Jason Tatum. If he can be any type of condition to play playoff minutes and physicality against these teams and help out Jalen Brown, it's really key on him. I mean, also, already Derek White and all them, but like if he can't come through with them, it's gonna be. I think they're gonna find a way it's gonna be tough for them. But it depends on the matchup. Like they play 76ers the first round. I think they can get that no problem. But even
That's tough.
if JT is like 50%, 80% or whatever, Jalen Brown, and you just said Jalen Brown is coming off an injury. No, like he's coming off a little quick, little small, little injury. He probably is
I ain't
still
say
gonna
nothing
play.
about Jalen Brown. I didn't say nothing. You were saying
No,
that.
like last episode you were saying he was injured the last game or two about like he
I
had.
may have said that then, but yeah, but he was
But
taking some time. He was scaling it back,
right,
heading
yeah.
into the playoffs. But
So,
that's fine as well.
but
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 this is a
but
good team. I just don't see. I don't.
but
Do
if
you when
Boston.
you look at the Cavaliers? Do you see ferocity? When you think about the Cavaliers right now, this current team with James Harden on it, do you think about ferocity? Because if when I think of ferocity, I think of Jared Allen and Mobley dominating the game. So if they're gonna come out of the Eastern Conference Finals and go to the championship, those two guys are gonna have to
Oh
be
yeah, no, for
ferocious.
sure. Like, yeah, Evan Mobley gonna have to be that third guy, if not second guy. Like, it's gonna be Spider. It really has to be Evan Mobley, then James. Like, James just gotta be the facilitator, scorer when you need to be. Like, don't look for him to be the because every time he was the next man guy, he would fold or miss him, go 5 for 25 in a game, and what the hell happened. So you really need to be James to be like just like LeBron. You need to be the third guy on his team to really get it going. So Evan Mobley, yes, he got to step up. Jerry Allen got to defend that hole and at least give you a double double on point, like 10 points, 12 points, 10, 12 rebounds per game, 2, 3 blocks per game. They for sure, but I feel like they got enough support and balance, like the
They do.
supportive players to help them out to
They
get them over
do.
that hump.
They
But
do.
ferocity, not more than Boston, no. More, I mean, more than Boston, more than Detroit, no. Boston, I don't think so. But they will have to play them in a perfect game or a really great game from Max Strus, from Keon Ellis, from Dennis Struder, from like Jared Allen, Evan Mobley.
Listen,
Spider got to step up.
if them two big dudes don't dominate the paint,
Hmm.
which they should. If them
Hmm.
two big motherfuckers they got in the middle with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley don't dominate this game, or don't dominate every series,
Yeah.
it's a wash. It's
Yeah.
a wash. What are they gonna do when you get up against Boston? Like it's gonna be a wash. Now, if they can dominate the paint, and I'm not just saying offensively, bro, I'm saying defensively. We know that. We know what they
Hmm.
can do on one end, but they need to make sure they dominate that side of the ball defensively. They need to make sure they do that because we know James Harden ain't about to play no defense out there. He may get a couple strips here and there. He may get some steals and everything, but he ain't no defensive player. We know that. We
Nope.
know that. So in order for them to dominate this game and get out on these teams and run and do what they're supposed to do, Those guys in the middle are gonna have to hold it down for James Harden. That's the only way it's gonna work, bro. Spider gonna have to have 20 something points. James Harden don't even have to go crazy on the high 20s. He can average 20, 22 points a game and get like 10 assists.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
the defensive stopping and the domination in the paint needs to happen. And this is the best team I've seen for James Harden that can do it. The thing that's in a way is when you run up against a championship team like the Boston Celtics, will they be able to combat that? Will their shots be dropping? Will they be effective? Will they be able to guard these guys? Because I believe they can guard the perimeter. The only thing they can't guard is that paint. That's where the weakness is, and I know that. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't see what the issue is gonna be in the paint for the Boston Celtics. But outside of that, bro, it's gonna be a fight. And if we see James Harden fold and those guys don't deliver, what they gonna say?
You already know they ain't no winners. They weak as hell. They some bums.
We gonna
They
wipe this
ain't
one
shit.
out. We gonna wipe this one out, right? And we gonna start over next season to see how it go again. And
Yeah.
then from there,
And then that's where it's like, if that don't work out, boom. Now we
we
gotta
gonna
get
start shrinking.
some shit
We
gotta
gonna
get to
start
shaking
shrinking.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Because
don't want to be here no more.
he
I'm too
34,
fat.
35 too. So
I'm
it's
too
like
fat.
he getting older.
I don't like the way my shoes fit here. The water here is nasty. I don't like the way people look at me when I walk into the stadium. You're gonna start finding ways to get up out of there, bro. That's what they do, right? Or that's what he
Yeah.
does. That's what they say.
Bro,
That's what
he
he
get
said.
that fat body suit. He started looking like he chubby and shit. Get traded, he look like a new
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I'm pregnant. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I don't want to work out.
I feel a
I can
contraction.
right. I'm having contractions. I can play at 250. I can play at 240. I'm not that fat. Y'all body shaming. Y'all fat shaming. Y'all just upset with me because y'all ain't better than me. It's gonna be all that stuff. It's gonna be
That's
a
they,
bunch of stuff that's gonna be happening. There aren't
that,
enough strip clubs in the area. I don't like it here. It's too cold.
that's what it is.
My
He
hair
made up.
can't grow here. My beard doesn't grow long here.
And they don't shine like it don't got that. Yeah, that's what it is. Though he made all this money. That way, like you making all this money, you still ain't able to win. That's what's crazy about
Because it
it.
ain't about winning to this nigga, man. It ain't about winning to this nigga.
Well, the Cavs smacking the Raptors right now, going into the fourth
They
quarter.
should.
Raptors, they put up a good fight this year as a team, looking good. But like, yeah, when you run into teams like the Cavs, it's going y'all still a couple of spots or players away, a year or two away from being legit threats. Let's talk about up and coming game that's coming in the next 30 minutes. Probably the best game of the series that I'm gonna
Hmm.
watch faithfully every game. I feel like it's gonna
Not the
be.
best game of the series, but the best game
I
of the
mean,
series.
best, yeah.
Best
Uh,
series of the playoffs. That's what
other
I'm trying to
playoffs,
say.
yes.
See, I'm telling you,
Nuggets,
this is not the real fucking two tall, man. I'm gonna do
Nuggets.
some. I'm gonna do some. Yeah, I'm gonna get my people together. We're gonna find out where this motherfucker came from, bro. I don't like this nigga, man.
No,
Especially
but
sitting in front of me wearing this motherfucking
hey, we back,
magic.
baby. We
Man, get,
back.
get this nigga out of here, man. Get this nigga out of here, man.
No, shout out to Charlotte Hornets. Uh, the Wolves Nuggets gonna be. I feel like gonna be the best game. You know, you got AE versus
Mm-hmm.
Joker.
Mm-hmm. Ant-Man.
Jamal Murray versus Julius Randle. You got a spark plug and Io DeSumo on the team now.
Damn, this gonna be good.
I feel like this gonna be. I think it's gonna go to seven, 6 game seven for sure.
Yeah, bro, they
Uh,
they literally added depth to their team.
yes. Like you couldn't get no better piece than that. Like I thought we was gonna try to trade him to Houston to give him a point guard, but then him going to Wolves was a good matchup. I'm looking forward to this series of
Good
Joker.
job, Bulls. You really know how to give away good players and help them help out their careers. Why not just try developing a talent that's here in Chicago? Why not make those guys better? Fucking
You know,
Muppets.
we know why. We know why. But next game after that, Knicks versus Hawks. I think
Mm,
that'd be an interesting
I ain't worried
series.
about that one.
Knicks should win this one. Hawks
I'm not saying that.
looking good for the future. They're a legit point guard away from like being a threat, and a couple of veteran guys. I don't know if who the Knicks will play next round, but I hope they get to play the Cavs. I think that would be a really good series against each other. That you'll see like, all right, who wanted more? Because the Knicks gotta get to the finals. From this not to be a bust, the Knicks gotta get to the finals. Because you went to the conference finals last year with Tom Thibodeau. You fired him for. I mean, I could give you reasons because I as a Bull fan, I know why his lack.
Offensive capability.
Yes, where he's lacking at or his stubbornness on things. But you hire Mike Brown to take you over the hump. You have to get over the hump this year with this team, or you basically just sign the same guy you basically did, just a black version of him. So we'll see. Hawks, good luck. Rockets versus Rockets tonight versus the Lakers.
Look like he's about
This
to say Rockets versus LeBron. That's what it sounded like
I,
he was about to
I
say.
was about to because I wrote that down, Rockets versus LeBron. But as of
This
right
man
now,
was gonna say Rockets versus LeBron. And you might, hey, look, this is us. What's gonna happen to us for saying what we gonna say? Nothing. Ain't
no,
nothing
no,
gonna
no. Just
happen.
I want to give the Lakers respect for just the name, but like LeBron, it's basically Rockets versus LeBron because who else
Play
is on
my
the
man
team?
Westside Connect. Stop being a little bitch. Play Connect out there, man. Stop being a bitch and play Westside Connect. Stop acting like a bunch of hoes. Play my guy, man. Play my
But
guy.
with this one is
It ain't his fault that y'all messed up the trade. That ain't his fault. That he had to come back from Charlotte to the Lakers because y'all messed it up. Because y'all thought y'all had some pieces
mhm,
coming over from Charlotte. Y'all messed
mhm.
that up. Don't blame it on that man. Let that man play. Let that man hoop. Y'all trying to, hey, that's the other thing. They trying to devalue him by not letting
Yeah,
him play. That's
I
what they
agree with
trying to
that.
do because we know he can ball. We know
Yep.
he was on his way. We know he was what Colin Knipp doing. That would have been him.
Exactly.
That would have
Like
been
look,
him. Like
LeBron
let's
hyped them up and
yep.
everything.
Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a honey bun. Let's keep it a thou wow. West Side Connect, Dalton Connect would have been what Con Knipple is and better. And
Mhm.
they had to stomp that fire out because they messed up that trade from him going to the Charlotte Hornets from the Lakers because the Lakers or whatever it was, somebody didn't pass their damn physical and they had to rescind the trade. That's all it was. That's all it was. They got my homie over there sitting on the bench not doing nothing. That's okay though. Good things come to those who are patient, man, and continue to work and do the work that you're supposed to do. And you already did part of it, but coming through the college ranks and then showing what you was worth on the Lakers team. So you're gonna get to where you're supposed to be at, my G. Go ahead, my fault. I just
No,
had to
yeah.
say that. You know.
Do your thing. But no, this is one of the last possible matches between LeBron and KD in the playoffs. But
Well,
also, I saw that Kevin Durant is questionable for the day for Game One, which in basketball, questionable is different than football is questionable. Because
mm-hmm.
in the NFL, when you questionable, you still more likely gonna play. Questionable in the NBA, there's a good chance he might not play. I feel if he said probable,
Bullshit.
you're more likely to play because like we probably gonna play.
Bullshit.
Questionable. That's a little of a downgrade in the NBA, but like I don't think he's gonna miss this game unless it's like some irritable where he just like I just can't get up. I could probably
That's the
use one
league's
more.
way of saying, or the other team's way of saying, we may try to put some doubt in y'all that he gonna play, and then when he get out there and he start balling, y'all take it easy on him or y'all play him hard. We just trying to throw
Mhm.
y'all off. Bullshit. If you're
Yeah.
me and you're playing for the Houston Rockets, I come out early on. I'm pushing dude around. Kevin Durant. I'm pushing him around immediately, pushing him off his square, stepping on his foot like they normally do. I'm doing all that regular stuff that I do to make sure that I find out if you really are out here or if you just playing around trying to be a decoy. Let's find out.
Or they trying to help the boy LeBron now. Like, all right, let's send him out this game. Give LeBron a chance in this series. Give him a game. Take game one. Then let KD come back for game two, three, four, five, six. Get that rolling. Or maybe give some time for Luca to come back. They saying he
LeBron is
played.
a goat. Like he'll manufacture four wins for this guy, and it'll be dramatic and the most awesome thing that ever happened since the Jordan threes, fours, five, six, seven, eight, nine, tens, elevens, and twelves, thirteens. So
Yep.
that's what's gonna end up happening. Like he's just gonna put on some miracle performances that everybody didn't expect him to. So whatever.
But this is I was actually also with KD. This is one of the reasons I actually think well they gave him the nickname the Slim Reaper. And what I'm about to tell you is probably another reason why they call him that. Is a great reason why they call him that.
Okay. Spill the
So
beans.
KD was able to knock out some of the greatest players on a last playoff series, ever in the NBA.
Talk about
Kevin
it.
Durant and the Thunder knocked out Kobe Bryant in his last playoff series in 2012.
Hmm.
You know, Slim Reaper that because his last time. Dirk Nowitzki's last playoff series in 2016
Hmm.
came to the loss of Kevin Durant,
Hmm.
and that was OKC before he went to the Warriors.
Yep.
Same year
Another
he
one.
was up three. The same year he was up 3-1 and lost to the Warriors that year.
Hmm.
And then Tim Duncan, his last playoff series
Yes.
was 2016 against Kevin Durant. So in that same run with the when they knocked out Dirk and with the OKC. Now, is LeBron next? Is he the this is the last king, the last person, one of the last greats from that era that
Could be. Could be. We
could be
gonna
knocked
see.
out? Unless LeBron come back next year, but more than likely he will. But like, who knows if it's East or West? But it's a possibility KD can knock LeBron out, and he will have a resume of knocking out some of the greatest players of all time in their last. You know, if
On
they're
his run of being the Slim Reaper, and he knocked these guys off. Did he win championships after he did that?
He won two championships right after he had knocked out KD, not KD, Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki in 2017-18 with the Warriors.
Okay, that
In
was with the
2000,
Warriors. Okay.
yeah, and
Okay.
I guess who they knock out? They beat LeBron and the Cavs with Kyrie and Kevin Love back to back. So I mean, in a way, yeah, like he won championships on LeBron and possibly can knock him out of the playoffs this year and maybe
Absolutely.
his last year or possible, Western Conference team. Who knows? So Slim Reaper, let's see what you can do. But this team with the Houston Rockets, with no real point guard this year, especially with Van Fleet being hurt, it's all forwards and a couple of guards and big men. So we'll see how this team shakes up in the playoffs. I just don't think I feel like they can get got in another round. I don't see the Lakers knocking them off with LeBron and no AR and no Luka Magic. So
I think AR is gonna come back and play.
I want to see a good series. So I'm hoping that they can get at least one of them back. But if not,
I think
you know,
AR comes back to play.
I don't.
Maybe not. Maybe it's a real serious oblique injury and it's really like torn up or something like that, and he really can't go. He can't really move around and do anything
Mhm.
like that. You know what I mean? To and actually stretch out down the court. Maybe he's really out not going to be able to be a factor in a series, so he has to sit out. But I would like to see AR step up. Luca, you stay out, man. You got a lot of stuff going on mentally and physically. So go ahead and get your health, and we'll see you next year. But
Yep.
if AR, if you have the, if you're 80% to 90%, and you get 70%, you can get out there and hoop. Let's ball out, man. Ball out. You can always rest during the summer.
Yes, sir. And then rest of the games tomorrow, Boston versus 76ers.
Mm,
That's a historic rivalry between Boston and 76ers.
yes.
No Embiid will hurt the 76ers, but I think the Boston should win that series. I'm
They was
hoping,
gonna get their ass kicked with him. So.
but if Paul George can, take it back to the playoff P days or, VJ
When
Edge
you
comes
say
up.
playoff P, was it really playoff P or was it podcast P? Because he had a tendency to like jump off the court and go do his podcast and be talking about everything else, and they was out there getting their ass kicked during these games. And what he was saying was that he was injured, but I don't
Yeah,
really know. I wasn't there. I had no understanding of that. But if playoff P shows up, it gives him a good chance to compete. But I'm still going for Boston.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I
I'm
just
going
think
for
that,
that. I'm going for that law firm, baby. Brown and
yeah,
Tatum or Tatum and Brown. Goddamn, I'm expecting them to go out there, compete at a high level. I'm expecting Derek White and everybody else that is a part of that team to show up and really deliver. That's all I'm expecting.
I mean, if they had Embiid, I would ride with the 76ers and just to see Vooch fail with the Celtics, just see another Bull player that we traded
Damn,
away fail.
damn,
But I see
damn.
Boston winning this series.
Okay.
Pistons versus Magic. I got the Pistons. I think we both got Pistons in that one. Magic. Uh, y'all got to figure something out. Y'all brought these guys, Bane in to go with this squad to balance y'all out. The physicalness y'all showed against Charlotte. I hope y'all have that same physical mentality and urgency against the Pistons. But I see the Pistons win that series. Kay Cunningham is back. Jaden Durant has been playing outstanding. Everybody else surrounding them. You got Herder, you got Duncan, you got Tobias Harris, you got a few players that great role players that solidify that team and the coach they got. I see the Pistons winning that game. Magic hope Pelo have a series where he can break out. Jalen Suggs and all them. Fuck Wendell Carter, bum ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Another one.
and then we'll see how that go. Spurs versus Portland. We ain't being them boys. Gonna be tough. Portland, shout out to y'all getting it to where y'all at, but I see a sweep. I don't see them winning the game. If they do win the game, Wimby had to foul out.
Only reason they win the game is because them guys is over there sitting down and it's been 10, 11, 12 days and they ain't played ball. That's
Yep.
it. So
Russ, yep.
y'all, so whoever it is that been sitting around not playing, you might get a game up on them.
But Denny Avia, man, sorry, man. Like this man got drafted by the Washington Wizards and then traded to Portland. He came out the other day saying, he was expected to be number 4 pick by the Bulls. He said, even he said himself, no one was thinking about Patrick Williams at 4. No one know who he was. Just like when we projected Pat, with everybody like, who the fuck is he? And just so you know, he was a bench player on a team that had Scotty Barnes and Evan Mobley. So
Just
we
look at
set the
my face.
Bulls set us back 5, 10 years with that Patrick Will pick when we could have had Tyrese Halliburton, Denny Avia, or Tyrese Maxey.
Just look at my face.
But I got the Spurs winning that series. Sweet, if not gentleman sweet, but sweet more than likely. OKC versus Suns. We heard you how much you said the Suns is ass. So I
The
got you
Suns are
said,
ass. You know I'm going with OKC. You know I ride with Shea Butter and J Dub. You know how I go with me in that situation, man. Fuck the Suns as a staff, organization as a whole. Fuck they fans. Fuck they fan base. Fuck everybody that like them. Fuck everything that got to do with the Suns.
fuck you,
Fuck all
meth heads
y'all.
in Phoenix.
Fuck every meth head in Phoenix. Fuck you, you bitch you. Fuck y'all. You understand me?
No, but 93 Suns, I rock with y'all with the Charles Barkley and them jerseys. Go hard.
I was
But yeah,
rocking with them at the time just because I wanted to see what would happen if somebody was able to do that to Mike. But in hindsight, I was like, there's no way nobody beats Michael Jordan at that time. I was 15, 16 years old. You
yep.
know, that was one of the biggest sins. Well, that wasn't one of the biggest. That was one of the stupidest sins in my life to ever go against one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And I repented for that. So fuck the Suns.
Yeah, it was only two
Fuck,
teams
fuck
that.
your ankles, fuck your feet, fuck your knees, fuck your elbows, fuck your fingers, and fuck your way of playing basketball. And Matt Ishbia, if you listening to this, hey, how you doing, sir? Fuck you too.
Nah, man, because I'm a Sox fan. He an owner now, so he trying to
You
get
just
us
bought
a
the socks,
yeah, man.
man. Matt Ishbia, you all right with me with your bitch ass? I don't know you that. I don't know you that well, but I'm already on the road, man. But I don't mean no harm to you, man. I hope you do well as a owner
You
for the
gotta like
Sox. They really need a lot of help over there. I don't know what Jerry Rines was doing. I hope it. Hopefully he gave you all the shares of the or the majority shares of the team because he ain't on shit with that team, man. And we want to see him win. I ain't saying go out here and just spend recklessly, which you can do in baseball now.
yeah.
You
Hey,
can spend recklessly. So if you can get the right guys over here and keep us winning for the next 5 to 7 years, you my guy, man. I'll take you around the city if you want me to. If
the
you want
switch up is
that,
crazy.
if you want that, you know what I'm saying. But why you as a Phoenix something, man? Fuck y'all, fuck you and
No,
your
yeah.
ownership, fuck your billions of dollars, and fuck how you got it too. You bitch you. You know what I'm saying? But because he said something about you, I heard socks and Matt Ishbia. That's the only reason why I'm changing part of that up.
But
All
no,
right.
with Fire goes, he already supposedly put in the bid for the the South Loop 78 area
Mm-hmm.
right there on the 14th Canal and whatever, right above the Amtrak and the Metro. Yeah, I want to say Amtrak.
Okay.
So he just had a meeting with, I want to say where you work at, or with the not Amtrak, but like just the city of Chicago and
Yeah. Don't
Amtrak.
say where I work. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There
So
may have been something like that going on.
so they just had like a whole thing where they trying to outline what part of that track that could be owned by Amtrak and by the Sox, so we can get a portion of that for the a new stadium. So hopefully, and by the time for him to actually take full control, it'd be like 2029, 30ish. So like we got a few more years until he get full ownership
Mhm.
of this team. But it's as long as it ain't Jr. We cool. So hopefully he on his way out with that, and hopefully we
Fuck
get some
Jerry
going.
Reinsdorf too and his bullshit ownership
That's what
and
you really say.
fuck
Fuck.
you the way that you run things because it's bullshit. We know that you just doing it, and you probably and Aaron. I'm not gonna get into this financially, but I know part of what you probably doing. I ain't gonna say that shit, but you're not doing right by Sox fans. You're not, and you know it. And that stadium is quite empty every year during the season and during the playoffs. And I'm not saying that I
Oh,
enjoy.
in the playoffs, it's lit. It's lit.
Yeah, but
Let-
them seats be empty too. We can just stop acting like them seats ain't
No,
empty.
like
The seats be empty, bro. It be empty seats in that motherfucker. Like it be very empty in that bitch. But what I am saying is that
not the playoffs.
yeah, it be empty in that hole. I saw it. And I ain't
I
saying
don't
no,
know.
I ain't gonna say it be empty, but it be some vacancies. You
What
abandoned
want to know how I
me.
know? A lot of Cubs fans convert to Sox fan when the Cubs ain't shit. So I
But
remember
that's fine. That's fine.
2020, 2021 when we last time went to the playoffs, seats was packed.
That's fine.
Motherfuckers was
Salute to fair weather Cubs fans that come over here that rock with us, that fuck with what's going on in the stadium over here. That come over here and they rock with us and they fuck with the South Side for a little bit. We appreciate that. We appreciate your ties and your Thanksgiving to the organization. But Jerry Reinsdorf, you know what you're doing, man. You're not even trying. You don't really give a fuck. But put the ownership in the hands of somebody that really care. And to Matt Ishbia, let's not worry about the South Loop. Take what they got and just redo it, man. Get all these people up out of here. All this selling the name off to this person and selling it off to Aberdeen Street Bakery and selling it off to BMO Health Center and all that, man. Just take complete ownership of it, man, and just do it right. All that man doing is just bringing more money in, man. That's all he trying to do, bringing more money in for himself. But we don't like that. I don't fuck with that. Fuck Jerry Reinsdorf and his business plan and his bullshit, the way he runs shit. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck that. I want to see these motherfuckers win, man. Fuck them. Fuck them. Big dirty back, hairy back having, hormonal issue having ass. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, big
yeah.
pickle nose face ass. I don't care about that shit, man. Like we want to see these motherfuckers win, and y'all just be holding these teams back, bro. Y'all be on some weak ass shit, man.
Snap it on y'all bitch asses.
All the way through,
What I'm
man.
talking about?
Dirty neck ass. Dirty
Yeah,
nigga, you got
fuck I'm
all that
talking
money and you ain't even trying to win. That's
about.
terrible, man.
Not at all. But hey, fuck them. But talk about the Sox since we there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Sox right now 7-13.
Mm-hmm.
Cubs 10-9. 10-9.
Mm-hmm.
Cubs
Mm-hmm.
bottom of their division.
Mm-hmm.
Sox fourth in the division, second to last. I went to the Cub.
Typical.
I went to the Sox game on
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday. We played the Tampa Bay Rays, and we got smacked 8-3. But what the crazy part is, before the game started,
Mm-hmm.
we had you do the national anthem and stuff. This day was Wednesday was Jackie Robinson Day, so everybody wear the number 42 in their jersey.
Okay.
It celebrates Jackie Robinson and all all he accomplished in the MLB or for baseball. So they got the singer. He gonna sing "Lift Every Voice" and the national anthem. I'm like, cool. I'm in the one of the section right behind left field, foul area, and at a bar, right in the bar, looking at the screen, the guy come on, he gets singing like "Lift Every Voice, sing," and then he just paused. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking around like, why he pause? I'm like, he must finna do some Fergie, like he finna snap or something. He finna go crazy or something.
You just wait for everybody to lift their voice.
Yeah, he was singing lift every voice. So he's singing it, and then you see on the screen, he's like kind of just like I'm thinking he emotional or like he's having a hard time to figure out
Oh no.
the words. So next thing you know, he grabbed his chest. I'm like, oh, this ain't good. But he's like, all right. He's like, he got back into it. He's like, lift every voice, sing, sing. I look away. Next year, I heard a thump like boom. I look back at the screen. He was there 1 second ago. He's not there no
Passed
more.
out.
He collapsed, bro. Like passed out on the middle of the field singing that song. I'm like, oh my god. I'm thinking like this is a bad omen already up for the start of this game. Two, I'm like, I hope this man just not just die in the middle of this. Like I'm at a game, I just saw this man die on the field. So, but it took like a legit like a 15-minute delay in the game. They thank. I was at first like at first because I was like, it's probably the best thing for him is like the actual be at the game because he had instant emergency come out and come and get him. Had he
Yeah,
been at home by himself or something, probably had nobody
he'd been out
around
of
to come.
there.
Exactly. So they was there to get the paramedics and the CPR, whatever, like whatever they was working on, they was covering them up, trying to just in case it got bad. But he was able to get on the stretcher, and they say he was doing better as he went to the hospital. So like, come to find out, he came out, okay and alive. So, but it was scary, bro. It was scary in that moment. I was like, damn, man, I think we just saw some shit that I don't know if we're gonna be able to forget this, or it might be a little bit traumatizing, but come to find out he got better, and but it's just crazy how like that just the start of the game is like whoa. Like, I don't know if I should even came to the game now, but it's just like prayers to that man and his family. Hopefully he's all right, doing better. That was definitely wild. I was like, man, this is a crazy start. I haven't been to the game in over a year,
Yeah.
and that
God
was
bless
way.
that brother, man. Hopefully everything works out for him. Hopefully he recovers and he comes back full strength and in great
Yeah,
health.
but we got smacked, but we last night we ended up winning against the Oakland. Well, I don't even know what team they are, what city they are right now. But the Athletics, we won 9-2. But to highlight, we have a Japanese star that we signed from Nippon in Japan. He played with Otani on the World Baseball Classic, Japan's team. He was the biggest signing for us this offseason. Everybody questioning if he could hang with the MLB pitcher. The biggest question was like he has a high strikeout rate, and just he's not defensively like athletic. Like, he played third base in Japan, but right now we playing the first base, and he's
Okay.
just like not the defensive stalwart at all, but good enough to play first base. But man, he came out swinging in the beginning of the season, had like he had 3 home runs in the first 3-4 games as a rookie. But last night, man, he hit a big home run, his first grand slam,
Oh
which broke
wow.
open the game. But it was such a grand slam that he hit it so far it went over the batter's eye, which is like that wall that's dead middle in the center. And
Mm.
they say it was only 431 yards feet, but it felt like more than that. It could have been like 450. The way it just went over straight dead center over the
Good
wall,
job. Good
and he
job.
smacked that bitch.
Good job.
But and my guy, he was like, man, if you squint hard enough, he look like somebody. And I was like, if you do, the way he swing the bat and the way he run the bases, looks like Shohei Ohtani. And
Mm.
and there's a video that when they was in the Baseball Classic a month ago, that Shohei was showing me if tilt your bat up a little bit, like he was showing like, hey, if you swing like this, you can get it going in the MLB or just like period. And that mom went and hit a grand slam. Right after Otani told him that he hit a grand slam in the World Baseball Classic, and
Mm.
ever since then he been knocking shit in. So like we got one possibly another fake Otani type player on the batting end if he could just figure out how to hit off ball pitches like sliders,
Mm-hmm.
curveballs, splitters, and all that stuff. Because when they was throwing him straight fastball, he was smacking that bitch.
Okay.
So he went on a little slump because he was like they was throwing straight off ball pitches after that. But he's starting to figure it out a little bit. I think last night he went 3 for 4 or 3 for 5 with that grand slam and some couple of hits. So the White Sox got a nice little plan with him. We only signed him for 2 years though, so it's like one of those like let's see how he do, and if he does good for us, we can extend him, give him more money. Because that was the thing that everybody talking about he was going to get big bank money coming from
Mm-hmm.
Japan, but a lot of teams got scared to pay him that much money, not knowing what he would do in the MLB, and that's how he looked up on him like low key. Like it was a win-win, low risk, high reward situation for the White Sox
Gotcha.
and him.
Gotcha.
So I appreciate we got something going. We 7-13 better than we was in through what 20 games at that point. It's little things that I'm seeing from this team is like uh, we our pitching is somehow up there as far as like even though we ain't got the best like 1 through 5 pitchers, but our ERA is one of the lowest one right now in the league. It's just we're just not scoring enough runs every game,
Okay.
or the games that we do have the lead, we choke them away because our bullpen is trash. Even though we supposedly had gotten better with the bullpen, but they gave away like at least about 4 or 5 games this year. That if you add that 4 or 5 games, we would be 11 to 12 win game team and what 12 and I say eight
12 and
nine
8.
instead
Yeah.
of
12 and 8. 13 and 9. I mean 13
so
and
So
13-7.
we're one of the youngest teams right now. The Cubs are 10-9, who was a playoff team last year that's supposed to be winning a World Series, and they struck it out the gate, and they're the worst in their division right now. You know, they won the last 2 or 3 games, so that they was 6-9, I guess, or 7-9 a couple days ago. Now 10-9. It's crazy how like you can look up at once the standings one day in MLB, 2, 3 days, 4 days later, it could be a total different look if you
100%.
ain't paying attention.
That's why I
So.
never get up and down about baseball as far as like the Sox and the Cubs
Mhm.
playing, because usually the Cubs are, if they're not in the playoff race, they're just usually having a better season than what the Sox are doing. So I never judge early on. I judge midway through the season, and then you can just kind of see what type of performance you're gonna have the rest of the way through. So
Yeah.
when I'm watching the Sox or the Cubs, I pay attention to that. And there's no disrespect to the Sox as the Sox fans, the Sox culture. It's just the Cubs, man. They usually round it out better than the Sox do. You know what I mean? It's just like they know how to put it together and come together. Even if they're gonna lose, they're not gonna be particularly like the most terrible losers. Like the Sox, like they look really bad. I wear the hat because I'm a South Side native. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm from the East Side of Chicago. I'm from the Southeast Side. I'm from the South Side, whatever you want to call it. I'm from over there. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wear my hat and I'm gonna support always, especially because the colors are dope. That I can get a hold of. But I would like to see them do well. I like to see them do better than what they've been doing. We'll see what happens along with the new guy that they just added from Japan, and I'll continue to watch here and there about the way that they're doing things with the Sox.
Yeah. So I mean, always say if you want to go to a game to for the aesthetics, for the vibes, get drunk, fucked up, go to a Cubs game. If you
You're gonna
actually
have
want to sit,
fun.
if you want to actually sit down and watch a game, eat really good food at the ballpark, Chicago White Sox have some of the best food in all of MLB. Let alone, especially versus Chicago Cubs. Like Cubs food is one of the worst. Everybody's starting to notice that. Even the Cubs fans. We took a Cubs fan to the Sox game the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, y'all food is shitting on ours right now." But yeah, man, if you want to see a legit game, good spacing in the seats, you can probably sit anywhere you want, and good
Yeah,
food.
you really can.
Great giveaways. Go to a Sox game,
Yeah,
but
you
we'll
de- you
see.
definitely sit just about anywhere during a regular season at a Sox game. 'Cause a lot of the seats just be open for miles.
And then when one of my guys that we did the game, the whole game, I'm like one in this 1 through 3, I'm like paying attention to the batter, make sure the hits don't go too crazy. We over in the left field, right behind the pole of the foul ball. One of my guys, he talking and shit. And this time he's like, "Hey man, listen to me. I got a crazy story to tell." As he's saying this, Tampa Bay Rays player hits the ball. I hear it crack. I'm like, "Oh, what the ball? I can't find where it's at. Locate where it's at." This man hitting a home run right at me, damn near. Like I'm
Damn.
like, "Oh shit!" So like, I'm just thank God I was able to see like it coming down, but I just missed it because I just bought a hat, thinking like, "All right, if I get a ball, I'm gonna catch him up with the hat." I'm mad because he didn't even tell the story. He gonna listen to the story. I'm gonna tell the story and then tell the story, but I
Yeah,
missed
I heard
a
that.
potential a potential home run that I could have caught. I could have been on TV. They're like, "Damn, that dude got a ball. He got a mitt. Put him on the team." But no, but it was a good time to go to the game. We still had a good time. We got smacked as a team, 8-3. But planning on going to more games. We should go to a couple games.
Let me
Check it
know.
out.
Let me know.
Tickets are cheap as fuck. Tuesdays, they got $5 Tuesdays. Like you get some beers, $5, some food, $5. Can't beat that. And then Fridays they got fireworks. So I'm always down for those 2 days for sure.
Let me know.
For shizzle. But then one last thing, WrestleMania. I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but WrestleMania is a big time of the year, and even ESPN is starting to pick up WrestleMania shit. But that's coming on the night after this game, this Warriors, not Warriors, Nuggets and Wolves game. Might check that out today. Um, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton should be a great match. CM Punk, a Chicago native, versus
Hmm?
Roman Reigns, one of the biggest
Hmm?
wrestlers in the last 10, 15 years,
Correct.
going at championship wise. So should be interesting 2 nights because they got one night tonight and then one night tomorrow. So that's what I got for the sports punch for the day.
Yes,
This Nugget
sir.
versus Wolves game is going to be, I feel like, a really good game or series. So ready to get to that. You got
Oh
anything
yeah.
else you want to get off your chest or?
Uh, just a little small news. I was on the internet earlier. I was on Twitter earlier, and they said Ja Morant a few months back, probably a year back, Ja Morant reportedly invests 3.6 million to create shelters for homeless youth in Tennessee. So if you're out there saying that Ja Morant isn't doing anything but causing chaos and catastrophe to that organization, then you are
Salute.
incorrect, and you are not aware of his involvement in the actual community to help out and build a state of the art shelter where these kids can not only just come in and be housed, but they can learn skills that can help move them forward for the future. For the future, so that's going on, and it also uh, Ben Whitaker versus I forgot the guy's first name, but Suarez. That is a fight happening in the UK. Ben Whitaker is one of their most talented fighters, one of their brighter stars in boxing. I think he fights at the light heavyweight level.
Yep.
I would like for him to drop down to 168, but he's probably not. But at whatever weight class he is, he's a pretty good. I think he actually might be a higher than what I'm saying. So he could be at cruiserweight, but he's a decent fighter. But we're not gonna find out how good he is until he steps up and takes on those really tough fighters, and maybe they're still building Ben up because he has some things, some rust he needs to shake off with his style. And you want to make sure that before you throw him in there with the aminals, I ain't gonna say animals. I mean, before you throw him in there with the aminals, that he can handle the aminals. You know what I'm saying? Before you throw him in there with the animals, you're gonna throw him in there with the aminals to make sure that he can hold his own and he can really withstand the test of time in the ring with these guys. So that's it. That's all I got. I'm looking forward to watching this Denver Nuggets game, which comes on in about 10 minutes or so. So that's it for me. Anything else you need to say or get off your chest before we get out of here? Any fuck yous? Anything you want to add?
Well, they about to start right about now. I don't know why. I guess the other game's still going on, but they about to. If you got Prime,
There's
I think
3 minutes
you
left in the Cleveland Cavaliers versus Toronto Raptors game. The score is 122 to 103. The Cavaliers have not taken their foot off the gas, off the accelerator, so they are kicking Toronto Raptors behind, and they will continue to do so for the next few minutes. It shouldn't be too long before this game is over. With that
good.
said, you good?
I'm good. Fuck the Packers.
Yep.
Fuck the Pistons.
Yep.
Fuck the Celtics.
Yep.
Anybody that's not Chicago. Fuck all y'all. Eat a dick.
Yep.
That's all
A,
I
a,
got.
a laundry bag full of granddaddy dicks. Just
Dirty.
gobble them all down. But I'm not a Celtics fan, but I support those guys that's over there, especially Jaylen Brown, because of what he's doing and his
Right.
involvement in the community and how they treated him for the last 3 or 4 years, and with the Olympics, the way they treated him and JT, and that, and JT
Mm-hmm.
coming back and everything like that. So I rock with them. I fuck with them on
Riding with
that
the
level.
Wolves. Wolves and Iowa. That's what I'm rocking with.
I fuck with that.
Jalen Brunson. I rock with him. So
Yep.
I fuck with him too.
Fuck the
So
Knicks. Fuck the Timberwolves. I think the Denver Nuggets, should be able to do that. Even though that'll be a hard fought series, I think that's either
Ooh.
50-50 or 55-45. It's
Mhm.
just all about who wants it more at the end when it's all said and done in that series. Outside of that, Spurs
Start
got a
Orlando.
Spurs got an easy walk in that first round. So we'll see what happens with that. Fuck everybody else that don't fuck with Chicago. Like my man said on his page on IG, everything dope out here comes from Chicago, and that's a fact. That's a
Yes, sir.
fact. Everything dope in America comes from Chicago. You bitch you. And with that said, remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Sports Punch on Full Profits Podcast. We are out of here and we're going to go watch some NBA games and put some food in our belly, have some good drinks, and chill out for the rest of the day. Keeftootall, thank you for joining me as always. Salute to you, my brother. See
Yes,
you
sir.
next
Thank.
time.
See you next time, brother.
Fuck all y'all.